It's time for Dog Culture Review Financial Class. Today we're going to look at something called the sunk cost. Money spent from doing labor, but it can't be recovered. So that's kind of like, let's say that you had a company and you paid your employees, but they just threw the money in the garbage and they didn't go back out into the community and spend money on businesses that supported your business. That's kind of like a sunk cost. And that's what dog culture in America is today. So let's say that this is your house right here. And you got one, two, three, four people that take care of the house. You got the guy that makes the most money. This person over here, they're in charge of like outside maintenance. This person, they're in charge of like inside maintenance. And then this person over here, they're in charge of the kitchen. They're the cook. They're making all this food and stuff. And so the inside maintenance person, they take care of the refrigerator. They take care of the oven and the sink. They take care of the windows, washing the windows on the inside, cleaning the rugs. The outside person, they take care of like the heating and cooling. They also take care of the appliances sometimes. So everybody has a job. You know, the inside person, they take care of like the doorway, but the outside person, they also take care of like the steps. So everybody has a job, kind of like on a ship. And the people that work there or live there together, they also get a little bit of a wage from like the main capital person. Maybe that's the head of the household. Maybe it's like the mom or dad or grandma. And so what's cool about this, the main person that makes all the money, they can go on like a vacation and these people can run the show. And then also the person that cooks, they can leave, they can meal prep for a month and go on vacation. The same thing with the person that's cleaning the inside of the house. They can go on vacation. They can do like a full deep cleaning and then they can head out. Same thing with your maintenance guy. He can make sure the roof is patched and he can handle the heating and cooling stuff that's going to be running for all the people over here. He can take off for a while and they can bring back resources for the house. They can come back feeling happier because they got a vacation. The same thing with the capital provider guy or gal. They can take off and go find some parts for the heating and cooling, some new carpet for the house, some new cool cooking equipment to help save money and help feed these people better. You know, or maybe just like a cool new bookshelf right over here with some awesome books for everybody to read and chill out. So that's kind of like our society. It's kind of like a ship on the ocean. Everybody has a job, and having freeloaders isn't necessarily that great. And the sunk cost thing works into this too because these people also get paid probably from the main guy that has all the money, or they have jobs outside of this house, and they might pay each other as well. Like, let's say the cook needs to take a few extra days off and trains the inside maintenance person to make some barbecue sandwiches and give some of their money. That is not a sunk cost because the money that the cook gives to the inside maintenance person is going to go out to the other people and it's going to help improve the property, creativity, skills. It's going to boost the property, you know. And the person that's bringing in the main capital, they're not going to have to go hire another cook either because the cook was able to give a little bit of training to the other person, pay them to cover, and then when the cook comes back, they might be able to cover a little bit of inside maintenance or outside maintenance. Or they may have left and made some money and they might get to help this guy cover his job. So that is like an example of the sunk cost not happening. So with dog culture though, it's a sunk cost. So now in the house we're going to bring in a dog. This is the freeloader. So right away everybody's labor goes up. The cook has to cook more. The inside maintenance person has to clean the carpets, the windows, make sure the door is closed, clean up the kitchen, put up a doggy gate. If they don't put up a doggy gate, there's going to be a dispute between the cook and the inside maintenance because the dog will be over here pissing and shitting, jumping up and knocking a toaster over, possibly starting a kitchen fire, or at least you'll need new stuff in the kitchen. That means the moneymaker up here, when he comes back from vacation And the cost, when the spreadsheets are opened up, he's going to have to spend more money, minus, 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 to maybe fix that carpet, to whatever. He's probably going to have to spend time talking between these two guys because of the dispute. And then maybe the dispute's over, so everybody goes on vacation. But the dog has to stay at home. He has to stay at home with the dog sitter. So the AC's got to run more. So the cost for the AC go up. So we're looking at more sunk cost here, more sunk cost. Everybody's labor has to go up. So now the outside maintenance guy, he has a budget. He has a budget for the fence, for the lawn, right? He's got a fence over here. He's got some nice little shrubs right here. Maybe he's got a little barbecue. Well, now the dog has to get a dog door. That's an expense. The dog comes outside, pissing shit everywhere. Now the outside maintenance guy, he has to work more. He's got to do more labor. And it's like, wait a minute, who brought the dog in? Whichever one of these people right here that brought the dog in, they can give money to these people. Well, take care of my dog while I'm out doing this, while I'm out doing this. But that's just a sunk cost. Because all that equals is these people have to do more labor. Sure, they're getting money, but they have to do more labor for this dog right here that provides no labor, no income. It doesn't provide the income. It can't clean. It can't cook. It can't do outside maintenance. It creates more labor for everybody, which in theory creates an economy because now everybody's going to be charging everybody else, you know? And so the money making guy, when he comes back and he's like, the bookshelf is chewed up by the dog. The dog knocked the toaster over. The dog broke a window chasing the mailman. He's going to say, well, you guys got to pay more rent now. You guys got to pay more rent. So this looks like capitalism. This is looking like capitalism, but it's not. This is sunk cost. This is what's going on all over our society. Yeah. And all of these people, their labor is going up. As the dog starts to damage stuff around the house, the main capital person, when they leave to go on vacation, they got to go find some cheap carpet replacement. They got to find their little spray bottle with cleaner to get the piss out. We got to get more piss and shit out of here. They got to get over here is the heat pump that's up inside of the house. That thing's filtering more pet dander and it's running more. So that filter in there that normally cost them maybe $27 every 2 months, now it's $54. And that cost is going to have to be bared by these people, and it's going to look like capitalism. It's going to look all great, but it's not. It's socialism because all these poor suckers are taking care of this freeloader right here. Yeah, and say one day the inside maintenance guy right here, he forgot about the dog door needed repaired. So the dog runs through the dog door, bites the mailman, or bites or attacks the neighbor's dog. Stupid neighbor dog over here. Bark, 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 bark. Barking at your dog, so he busted through the dog door, killed or maimed that dog. Now you got a vet bill or a lawsuit. Now you got a lawsuit. Lawsuits with dog happen all the time. Everybody in here has to pay for that lawsuit somehow. Somehow they're going to have to pay for it. Their pet insurance is probably going to get denied. So again, negative, negative, negative money for them, negative money for them, negative money for them. They're going to be pissed, so they're going to charge each other more money. The maintenance guy is going to charge the cook more for fixing the toaster. The cook guy, the cook man or woman, is going to charge the outside maintenance guy more because he didn't come in and fix stuff. The person that is the main capital provider for the house is going to say, you guys don't have time to help me with the capital, so now I got to charge you even more rent, more money. You just got to pay more. Meanwhile, the freeloader over here that's ramping up everybody's cost, making it look like this is some kind of great economy. It's not. It's just a sunk cost of labor. Because all the labor that these people are putting into this filthy mud, this turd shooter, turds all over your house, piss all over your house, screwing over your lawn, biting the mailman, causing lawsuits. It all looks like this great exchange of money. Here comes the cops. The cops come. Here comes the cop car because there was another dog attack. Here he comes. Look at this awesome cop car. Boom. He's got money in the back where all this first aid. 2 cop cars. That's more money. And so he's coming because there's a dog attack in the house or a loose dog. Or maybe, like often happens, between two people, there will be a fight over a freaking dog. And guess what? Guess what that cop, guess what pays for his wages? The property taxes on this freaking house pay for his wages. And so next time when the chief of police goes to the community meeting, he's going to say, look at all the service that our police are providing for that filthy dog. We need to raise the property taxes. So again, more money, more money, more money for the people in the house. Work harder, exchange more labor and money between each other. But what about the freeloader? Is the freeloader dog, is he going to join the police force? Is he going to learn how to fix any of this stuff in your house? Is he going to help pay for the property taxes? No. So somebody has to pay, and that's going to be the taxpayer through 501c3 charities, through free handouts for all the different vets and all that stuff like that. And like, let's say that one of these people worked at a veterinary office and they see the suicides that are high in the vet office, and then they come home and they're like, hey, this dog right here is part of a suicide problem in our community. These other three people that have been dumping all this money into the dog, they're going to be like, screw you, you're a freaking animal hater. What are you even talking about? You don't know your shit. Shut up. Yeah, and that moneymaker is going to be like, wow, these people don't understand. So the moneymaker can also be like the government. They're going to say, wow, you guys don't believe me? You don't understand the huge cost of your dog? Well, heck, here's two more dogs. And then that moneymaker person up here could also be the government, because then they can use the presence of these dogs right here to control you. That moneymaker person can say, look, you guys love those dogs, right? So I'm just going to have to raise your rent. I gotta charge you more for AC. I gotta charge you more for heating. I gotta raise your food prices. I gotta raise your prices for the toaster oven on Amazon. Oh, your dog attacked a police officer, or your dog attacked a postal person over here. Cost all that money. So I need you guys to pay a little bit more for renter's insurance. But remember, they're going to leverage that whole thing against the fact that these suckers right here are dog lovers, and they're going to happily go broke and happily accept food stamps, Social Security, and all types of government payouts to look like good dog owners to pay that original capital provider, which could be the head of the household or the government. Yeah. So that's a quick example of the sunk cost of dog ownership. This huge household example that I just showed you, this is on repeat like a billion times per second out in our society. All for that freeloading dog that doesn't pay taxes, doesn't give back any labor, can never dispatch a cop car, it can never do the lawn maintenance.